Hi, my name is Cass Clark, and I'm with CBR, and I'm excited to talk to you all about The Girl in the Woods. And my first question is for Stefanie. So, someone that starred in quite a bunch of horror previously, namely Insidious 3 and Insidious 4, you're really used to like being that character that's just like, we're in this crazy world, and I'm going to tell you these rules. I'm just going to try to figure it out. What was it like doing that, but in an entirely different way for Carrie? And what was something that you were excited about how Carrie like introduced this world to Nolan and Tasha?
Yeah, that's what was so exciting about the show is how, in contrast, how some of the other movies, things are always happening to the character and they're trying to find their way through it. In this show, Carrie's very aware of the world that she's in and kind of trying to show Nolan and Tasha what's really going on behind some of these different areas, specifically a secret door. But I think that was what was really exciting about the show is how instead of things happening to her, she was a bit more in control of her circumstances and trying to make the situation right.
And for you, Misha, you portray Nolan, who definitely, in my opinion, is a character that has some of the most funniest lines in the whole show. So I was curious, especially because, you rocked out and freaky in a similar way of using humor at just the right moments, if that was part of what attracted you to the role of Nolan, and if not, what did?
No, that was a big part of what attracted me to playing Nolan. But I also think that I got to Freaky was one of those movies where it was comedy, horror, slasher. It was all in your face. I think with this one you get to see a kid actually using humor kind of as a defense mechanism because there's a lot of internal struggles with these kids as well as the monster struggles of the world that they're in. It was nice to have the humor come from a kind of a darker, more real place, but also be those punctuated moments in the show that I hope people dig.
I think they will. And for you, Sophia, what do you think your character Tasha brings to the group that is very much needed?
Oh, she's. I think that she definitely, at first, is kind of having a hard time, maybe trusting, and also she's kind of denying her circumstances because it's so stressful for her. But I think that towards the middle, you really do get to see her step up and do all she can to kind of contribute to the group, and whether it be literally navigating or fighting for her own life because she's by herself in that moment. You start to really see her step up. I would love to see more of that, a little bit more bravery, a little bit more stepping up to the plate a bit earlier. But I think that she definitely has a love for her friends and she really cares for them and she does have their best interests in mind.
Do you think that's what keeps her? Because for all other intents and purposes, like I feel like everyone else would be like, Tasha, why are you hanging out with them? Like, go away. This can't lead anywhere good. Do you think that love is what keeps her connected to the group?
Of course. I think that she also she really is inspired by them as well. I mean, Carrie is just freaking awesome to her. She's a literal warrior. And Nolan is, besties. Like they are the two kind of outcasts of the town, but they fill each other's gaps, and it's definitely the love. Definitely the love.
And one final question for all three of you to answer. If you had the chance to open the door in The Girl in the Woods without anyone ever finding out and go through it and come back, either as you as your character, would you do it?
No.
No? Survival rate is pretty low.
Yeah. We're not even making it to the door. We're making it to like the front step.
I will say if I got to go into said door, take a power out and become like a super they, then maybe, but only if there's like a prize involved in going through the door.
What power, if you could pick one power somehow from the door and what happens behind the door, what would it be? We can start with you, Misha, and then Stefanie, and then end with Sophia.
We had an amazing contortionist on set. I didn't even get to see her work. I only saw the footage and then like hung out with her at like Crafty. But I want that sort of like move my body anywhere, freaking transform into like the other side of the room type stuff. I want to be like, spider human. That sounds fun.
And Stephanie?
Oh my gosh. So we're talking superpowers, or
Yeah.
I
I mean,
don't even. That sounds cool. I would love to be contortionist. I'm stealing Misha's answer.
Okay.
and Sophia, what would you take from behind the door if you could? One thing.
Oh my gosh, I've been asked this question before, and I think I'm gonna have to stick to teleportation, because I mean, it knocks out super speed. You can be anywhere you need to be. Teleportation, you don't need invisibility. Teleportation, travel, travel girl. Like,
More plane tickets.
yeah.
Well, thank you three. This has been great. I'm excited to share this with other people and your many soon adoring fans.